Madam at her office, she told me a most touching story. And I don't mind confessing that I had tears in my eyes after that story. It was based on her book, The 3000 Stitches. I would be very, very happy if she could, even though she has a bad throat, I know, I'd just request her to share that story, because I think that's a story that everybody should hear, because I think that traces her journey as a social activist. And it was very, very touching. I was in tears after that because I really felt that it was something which she had brought it out in her book very eloquently, but I'd like her to sort of touch upon it just for a few minutes, just for the benefit of the audience who might not have had a chance to read about it in her book. Ma'am, so please don't mind. Just
on a lighter note, I'm promoting Radha's shop to sell more saris. He said he's promoting my more books. Okay. Don't worry, Radha. You sell, I'm sure you will get a lot of customers and you will sell well. And I do not know about mine.
No.
This is a true story, no weaving. Okay? A real story in life. Actually, I realized real stories are so fantastic. Even I cannot imagine, because imagination has a ceiling. Real life, there is no ceiling. About 20, 22, 25 years back, I think. Yeah, almost 25 years back. Or 22, 23 years back. We started Infosys Foundation, and my father, my dear father, was a doctor, gynecologist, and a colleague of Mr. Jayaraj's mother, so Dr. Padma Rao. And he is a very practical man. So one day he asked me, you have started Infosys Foundation, what is your aim in life? Aim of your foundation. I was new, I was young. I have two granddaughters. They said, Aji, were you young once upon a time? They think I'm born with the grey hair, I said, no, once upon a time I was also young, I had a black hair. So I was young, and I told him I want to eradicate prostitution in the society. He said, good luck, and kept quiet. And then the epicenter of Devadasi system. Devadasi system, you should know a little bit about that. Thousands of years back, there was a custom that women will serve God in the form of a dance, music, art. They were dedicated to God. Oh, and if you see Badami caves, there are inscriptions saying that Veena Pudi was the very famous dancer, and she gave so much. She was the Prana Vallabe, that means she was the like a queen to the king, and she was a very rich woman. Over a period of time, when particularly in British and Mughal system, over a period of time, this concept of Devadasi declined, and then it became like a prostitution. Now today's Devadasi is similar to prostitution. The name may be different. So, in the epicenter of Devadasi is in North Karnataka, place known as Yellamana Gudda, where the Thai Yellamma is there, and they are converted actually. Though there is a government rule, you can't do, but there are always loopholes are always there. So first time I went and with a pen and a paper, and I told them I want to eradicate Devadasi system in the society. There are 10 Devadasis, they were sitting and chatting, They looked at me and they said, how much money you get? I said, I'm not getting any money, I'm giving you money. And please remember, there is a very bad disease by the name AIDS. It can kill you if you practice this and all. They were extremely upset with me. Some lady who comes and tells that you'll die of AIDS and you want to cure them, you want to talk to them, and they threw chappals at me. I came back and I cried. I said, why should I do all this social work getting chappals and all on my face? I can sit at home and I can do many things. I can read, I can write, etc. After 15, 20 days, I said, no, let me try this time. I went again, and it's a tomato harvesting season. There's a heaps of tomatoes were there. Because they can't practice all the time Devadasi. They have also time, okay? And they were sitting in a group, and there were lice in each other's head. They were removing the hair, etc. They said, I come again, I really want to help you. I really respect woman's life, and this is very important. You should normalize your life to the normal society. And I went on telling, and they got upset. They thought I've come to make money writing their stories, and this time they took tomatoes and threw at me. I came back and again I cried, and my father said, "Why are you crying?" I said, "See, I want to help them, and they are throwing tomatoes and chappals." He said, "Actually, you got a promotion, chappal to tomato. Third time you may get a groundnut and bring it home, okay, kind." Then he said, "Sudha, you have not understood life." He said, alcohol and prostitution are not, they are there in the society ever since there are human beings are there. It is not eradicate, you can't tell. You can reduce it. And there's a method to talk about it. And he said, look at yourself in the mirror. I never look at mirror. There's nothing to look at mirror because we are the same. Every day you don't change. Maybe more gray hair. So I don't ever look at mirror. I know I approximately put bindi here. That's okay. He said, did you look at yourself in the mirror? I said, what is that look at? You have a bobbed hair. Okay. You have a bobbed hair. You are wearing a jeans and a t-shirt. And you are going there. You are not one with them. You look so different. I said, I'm not changing my dress code because I don't believe in, if I wear a sari, then I'm Garte Gangamma. If I wear a jeans, then I'm a bad person. There's nothing like that. Dress is your personal choice. He said, but how people think about you. You would look so differently than those people. However, decision is yours. End product is important or the process is, method is important, is left to you. After 3-4 days, I decided I will also change. Then I bought a sari of 250 rupees, cotton sari, not from Angadi. Okay? And then I tied my hair, then bought a Mangal Sutra. First time I bought a Mangal Sutra because I really believe women do not have to show their marital status. It's their personal life. But my father said, wow, Mangal Sutra, you go, then they will tell you this runaway bride so she can talk anything. It's a village and they are not educated. Their whole culture is so different. With the silver Mangal Sutra I wore, and then my father said, I'll come with you. Old man, he came and we went there, and my father, we have a dialect in Hubli and Dharwad, I use the dialect, and he said, how is the weather, what do you grow this season, etc. And he's not coming to the point only, beating the bush. I told because I talk many languages, I told my father in Marathi, you are wasting my time. Let us talk. He said, have patience. Then he said, my daughter is a school teacher. She has come here now. She wants to help your children's education. I told again my father in Marathi that I have never told such things. He said, keep quiet. Then they were very happy and they were talking to him. Then my father told, you should understand the best way to reach a woman's heart is, it is not with food or the dress. It is through children. Every woman loves her children. They are her extension. So if you help their children, then you can start a dialogue. Then you take a notebook and say, there is a AIDS disease and you have to take medicine and all. If you talk like this, nobody will welcome you. And thus my journey with them started giving scholarship to their children. It took good 20 years. And they called me in the process as Akka. Fortunately, they did not know Infosys. They can't read, no. They did not know Narayan Murthy. They did not know Infosys share price. That was an advantage to me. The moment they know that, you have all this money, they won't talk to me then. So they called me Akka, that means elder sister, and I started working with them. It was very hard work. You try to change, talk to them, give some, there are many ways you have to, cajole them, counsel them, etc. End of the year, they go back again. And my father told me, in my lifetime, if you could change 10 people to normal life, I'll be very happy. I will say, I gave birth to a daughter who could change 10 of them. But God is always kind to me. I met one person by the name Abhay Kumar. Actually, he's a real hero, not me. Abhay Kumar actually was working in BPL, and in some connection I met him. Every social circuit have their own connection. Every social workers have, or we also have our own connections. He said, ma'am, I want to join you. Then I told, no, you are an earning member. He comes from a middle class family. You are an earning member of your family. If you join me, your parents will scold me. Look at barbaad kiya, hamara ladke ka nasib barbaad kiya. Because Sudha Murthy doesn't have brain. Many people say, Sudha Murthy does not have brain. Husband has earned money. She was in Sachak. So what work she is doing, in a way, that's also right in a way. There's nothing wrong. Because people can tell me, you look like Aishwarya Rai. Am I? No. So people can talk whatever they want to talk. You can live the way you live. You should disconnect from what people talk. And most of the time I have done that. So I told Abhay, I don't want that blame. Your parents will blame me. Then after 3 years he came back. He said, I resigned. I have come from BPL. I said, what happened? I said, whatever I earned, I have given to my parents and now I'm going to work with you. I said, no, I'll put you an apprentice. I'll send you to this place known as the Sindhanuru, Lingasaguru. Jairaj may be knowing your mom was a doctor in that area, Raichur area. Extremely backward. I'll send you there. Temperature is 48 in summer. I said, okay, I'll send you in summer. Teacher, no, always give a homework. And Kannada, he doesn't know a word of Kannada. Let him go and come back. I said, work with Devdasis. I have done some work, you continue. Come back after 6 months and we'll see. I knew he'll come back in a month and say, ma'am, thank you very much, Jai Hind, and he'll go back to his work. He came back after 8 months and told me, ma'am, you gave me, in Kannada, in a broken Kannada, you gave me fantastic work which I was searching all these days. I'm going to settle in Raichur. I had a shock. I said, why? He said, that's the best work I can do, helping women to come out of this Devdasi from the pimps. And thus my journey, along with Abhay, with Devdasi started in a very big way. And I used to get calls from pimps. You come to Raichur, you break your knee, throw acid. And I can't tell this to Mr. Murty. Then he said, don't go. And Abhay and I used to get, Abhay will kill Abhay. And we took police protection. But we continued to work. Every Saturday, Sunday, I'll be in Raichur. Talking to them, giving scholarship. Main thing is giving scholarship to their children. And in 5-6 years, their children became graduates. They became police constable. That was the greatest strength to me because they helped me. All these gundas, pimps, and some of them became nurses, and this whole thing helped us to develop about the system which we wanted. And most of them left that Devdasi custom. They said, we want to start our own business. It's not a big business like Infosys and all. Some selling vegetables, having one buffalo, and because they can't read and write, their education skills are very low. I went to bank and I asked them that, will you give the loan, each one 30,000, 40,000. They said, who is the guarantor, who will stand as a guarantor for this loan? I said, Infosys Foundation cannot stand because we have our own strategies and rules. Then said, ma'am, you are wasting money on all these people. Don't give money. I realized after that 10 years, if we don't give, they'll go back to the same profession. Then I said, okay, no problem. I came back and I told Murty one story because I'm a storyteller. Murty, suppose I buy a necklace of 3 crore. He was reading paper like all men. When women talk important issues, they read paper. Okay, the best way to say that I didn't hear. Okay, he's no exception. So he said, what? I said, I bought a necklace of 3 crore. He said, did you anytime? I don't think I've seen you anytime 3 crore necklace. Let's assume I bought. I said, okay, fine, you're assuming. No, let's okay, assume. Then I go to a wedding. He said, okay. Normally I don't go to weddings. He was telling me all imagination is going on. Okay, let me imagine. Then I lose there. What happens? He kept his paper down and he said, do you lose 3 crore necklace? Every man always taunts, in general, about a wife. I'm a Kulkarni by profession, my father's side. He said, Kulkarnis don't lose anything. They are good in calculation. How can a Kulkarni lose? I said, okay, Kulkarni has become Mrs. Murty, so I have lost, okay? Because you lose and I also lose with you. So he said, what happens? I said, I will feel bad for some time. Then I'll say, okay, you have paid 10,000 rupees, the interest is 3 crore on that. I will assume and I'll keep quiet. Then I told, I have given 3 crore loan to all these 3,000 Devdasis. He said, why you have to make such a big story? He could have said, I have given 3 crore loan to 3,000 Devdasis. You made one of those crime detective kind of a story. I said, I wanted to see your reaction, okay. Anyway, I stood guarantee and gave 3 crore loan. I said, bank, they will give. I said, my experience has taught rich people can cheat, but poor people cannot cheat. That is I learned.